at Denny Wiggers, we're not only a garden center, nursery, gift shop, but we're also a beautiful place to come, browse around, and a place of history. I'm standing in front of an arch that's been up here since I purchased this nursery many years ago that came from the property of Bergen Community College, and it was brought over here during the construction of the college. This arch is from 1789. We've had many collectors, historians come in here and photograph this and take a look at this arch. And it's a very interesting piece. Not too many pieces are still around from 1789. Right over here is an antique greenhouse with curved glass. It was owned by the author Clement Moore, who wrote the poem The Night Before Christmas. And he died in the early 1920s, and it was brought here by the original owner of this nursery, Catherine Skoski, in about 1921, and erected here at the property on Paramus Road at 387. And it dates back to about 1850. It's known to be one of the oldest greenhouses in the United States. And when I purchased the property, I was told by the previous owner that the poem The Night Before Christmas was written in this greenhouse. Obviously Clement Moore was the author of the poem Night Before Christmas, and when he died, like I said, this greenhouse was brought over here, and it has tremendous interest. It's curved glass, beautiful metal work and doorways and beautiful glass work. Very few greenhouses are left in America of this era, dating back to the mid-1800s. I'm going to walk you around to the front and show you some other interest here at the nursery in Paramus, our sign, our archway, and I'll talk a little bit about some of my famous customers that have come in here over the years. Come on, let's go for a walk, guys. I'm in front of the famous Denny Wiggers sign that we designed to be very residential looking for the community. This is a hunk of bluestone about 3 inches thick, with the logo and the name engraved into the sign. It's hung from a piece of white oak that we took out of a job here in Paramus on Victoria Lane, and we have our post made out of a hunk of stone that we took out of the ground here at the nursery. It's about 18 feet in length, set down in the ground with concrete, and we drilled a hole through it, and it makes a unique, unusual sign that captures a lot of attention. This is an arch that I put up, a welcome arch that I installed about 3 years ago. It's put in with bluestone columns, antique lion heads embedded into the columns, with a monolithic piece of stone that we carved an arch out of, and we engraved welcome into it. It captures a lot of attention when people ride by here at the nursery. Over the years, I've worked for many famous people, but this store has had some legends come in over the 90 years that this store has been here. Many of them have come here and bought from me, but also the previous owner they've purchased from. I'm holding here a picture of myself and Frank Laudenberg, United States Senator, regular customer, loves this store. I moved a Japanese maple for him, and he's purchased flowers over the years. Several years ago, I had an astronaut customer, a gentleman by the name of Greg Linteris. He went to Northern Valley Regional in Demarest, comes in here. He also knows my family from over the years, and he always enjoyed this store. He flew on several missions on the Columbia rocket ship, and very good person, really enjoys the store. One of my most famous customers that has come here over the years, no longer alive, is Charles Lindbergh. Mr. Lindbergh used to come in here in the early 30s and 40s. He used to purchase his flowers, and he would come in here quite often. Quite a legend. Babe Ruth was a regular customer here at Denny Wiggers. He owned a home up in Tuxedo Park, and he would come through Jersey City, take the ferry over, and he'd take his car up to Tuxedo Park. Paramus Road at the time was the main route up to upstate New York. Route 17 wasn't in at the time. Christy Whitman was a regular customer here, enjoyed the florists, enjoyed flowers. I knew her personally, enjoyed having the governor come in as being one of my customers. Theodore LaGuardia, who was the famous mayor back in the 40s of New York City, was a regular customer here, bought flowers, enjoyed this store, and it's an honor to know that he was a customer here. One of my most famous customers was Richard Nixon. He lived in Park Ridge, and before that Saddle River. Would stop in often, buy his flowers. I personally got to meet him, help him, and he always enjoyed coming here. If you ever want to come to an interesting store, stop here at Denny Wiggers at 387 Paramus Road in Paramus. We have a lot of interesting things, but we also have a tremendous amount of history here. And I'm usually here on the weekends. I'd love to spend time with you. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Thank you.